in the Monongahela. We are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And down across midfield, down to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Pickens now to throw off the play fake. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Steelers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners at 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Harris running straight ahead. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Stafford hooking up with Akers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Sliding out of the pocket. And it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run on the draw. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play's supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To the air on first down with Pickett. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues.
Touchdown! Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
From the 30 on second down, Stafford. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now a first down carry for Harris, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Trey Norwood. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. After the interception, here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Pickett. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Boswell's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
That'll be caught by Kupp. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Stafford to his #1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. Right at the 30. Harris will start to drive out. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago. I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He gets it complete to Harris. On the move past the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason.
And it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that there he goes left side. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown LA. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 14 yards. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all of their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Pickett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And
he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Stafford. He's going to air one out. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Pickett back to throw. And that is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars.